Hello everyone and welcome back to 25 Days of Animal Crossing. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Chris. Nice to see you. Happy day 10. We are now in double digits for these builds, which means we have, 14 days to go, 7 builds each. I've really got to get a move on villager houses on these islands. And are we building for a villager today? No. Anyway, let me bring up my map and show you where we are at. We are on the left side of the island. We are actually underneath Santa's house, which him and Jack are still in their first version of their houses. I've really got to get a move on with that. That's probably going to be part of my job for today for after this video once it goes live. As you can see, Pietro has officially moved in. I'm still debating on if I'm going to keep Naomi and Filbert or not, but pretty much we are almost completely set with villagers. So we have Sasha, Flurry, Sprinkle, Sherb, and Rolf for the Christmas side of things. And then, of course, we for sure have Pietro, Raymond, and Rodeo for the Halloween side of things, which is why I'm still going back and forth on Naomi and Filbert. Although I guess Naomi with those eyes could technically fit. I would much rather find Kiki, Anka, or Coco, though, to replace them. But I guess we'll see what happens. I don't have the amiibos for any of them, unfortunately. Is what it is. Anyway, what we are working on today is this actually larger area. I went ahead and did the pathing and the fencing already because this part took quite a while. And we are actually right next to Sasha's, where you can see I have my storage and everything set up, ready to go. So I saw somebody do something like this. I believe, I don't remember the full name of her channel. Her name's Aubrey. I'll go ahead and link it down below. But we're going to do like an Illuminated Christmas display walkthrough path thing just kind of right here, which will take you past Flurries. And just right down here to the beach where you can see I have my Christmas mums. I haven't really used much of them yet. The peninsula is right there. I don't know if I'm going to do anything on it. But we are going to go ahead and get started. Now, from working on this last night, just trying to figure out placement and stuff, or kind of what I wanted to do, this section of my island is going to lag so badly. And honestly, I don't mind. So we're going to start with getting out the arches we are going to use along the actual pathway. I was going to use the plain party lights archways, but I actually like the frozen ones better because they glow. So we are going to go ahead and just start placing these down. And like I said, I did sort of practice last night to kind of see like what I wanted for placement and kind of where I wanted stuff. So we're just going to place these randomly. I am weird in that I really don't like same color things being next to each other. So that may or may not give us some issues later, but we will see. I think that's purple. Yeah. And I don't think that's quite where I want. Hello? Can you give the arch a push? There we go. This game sometimes, man, I swear. Pink. Do the regular ice one here, and then just, of course, for fun, right here at the end of the path. I think that's much. Alright. So these will kind of, I mean, of course there's pathway, but these will kind of guide your, where you can walk through here. Of course, all this space is going to be covered by decorations, so you won't be able to walk through it anyway. We will go ahead and start grabbing stuff. How has everybody's weekend been so far? I did have to work yesterday, and I actually planned on pre-recording this video, but I'm actually, actually more or less kind of glad I didn't, because like I said, trying to figure out placement and stuff last night, it's a big build. There they are. Work yesterday went alright. I actually, for once, got to spend the entire day over my department, just cleaning and dusting, which it desperately needed. I was able to push those Christmas poinsettias even more forward towards the front of the store, which was one of our district managers. I don't think there's any decorations up here. No, well, I need the pillars, but grab those. which was one of our district manager's biggest gripes, is I had too many. But since he showed up on Wednesday, I've been able to push forward 3 tables worth and fill them with spring flowers, which is hundreds of poinsettias that have been sold. Which I just think is funny, you know. I'm trying not to let it bother me. And he was just in a bad mood, I suppose, but it just sucked that I ended up being his target for the day. But it is what it is. You know, it happens. Let's see. About a couple of cube lights. I have now these ones I know I have customized to look like ice cubes. Or just like, well, obviously cubes of ice. That should be, yeah, that's everything for now. Oh, hold on. Get out our snowballs, as I have seen numerous people call them, including Melissaverse, which is actually the first spot I saw this. I'm sure other people have done it, but she's the first one I've seen do it. And we are just going to start placing our decorations. Oops, like, I don't want same colored stuff next to each other. That'll work. And like I said, I kind of figured this out last night, just so I knew how many decorations I was going to need, what needed to be customized, and all that. Which I'm kind of glad I did, just because there's so much. It's like an inventory, 2 inventories, and almost half of another inventory to be able to actually put everything away. So, this build's a wee bit big. I had fun with it, you know, just kind of seeing everything come together. And I mean, the regular Christmas stuff doesn't light up too much, but with the illuminated stuff, it looks, and the frozen stuff, which of course glows, looks really, really nice. Our snowflakes. Oh, and Filbert's out walking around. I figured we'd do this build at night since everything glows. And let's see. Put down one of our little snowballs. Whoops, don't sit on it. Let's see. Okay, we cannot give it a pushover. That's fine. I'm trying to keep the path as clear as I can, just so that way, you know, you can actually walk. You know, what a concept, being able to walk on a pathway. Whoops. And then, let's see. Pop in a frozen pillar. Nope. Okay, pink will work. Push this to the back, and then I think on top of this one, I hear a balloon. I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't even have a slingshot. We're gonna do a cube light. Alright, we're looking good. Looking cool so far. The smaller festive tree right here. Actually, no, that's going to get covered up by the ornament tree that I'm about to put there. So that's going to be, because that's really tall. Where are you? There you be. And then we'll do the festive tree. Maybe, if I can find it. There you are. Alright, and then I'm going to stand right here to do this one. I need my ornament garland. Let's see, can I pull it back? No, I cannot. Okay. Push it over. And then I think... do I want to try and put something there because it's going to be on the pathway? Let's try another cube light. I guess that doesn't hinder your walking too horribly much. Yeah, no, that's fine. And one of our ornament table lamps will go there. Looking very cute, very bright and festive so far. And right in here, I think we're going to do a frozen sculpture. We'll do just a clear one. Okay, cannot pull it any further. Can't back it up. Alright, that's good. And we are already needing to go get some more of the Christmas decorations. Surprise, surprise. Although we're gonna plop our giant ornament back here. Alright, can we give you a shove over? Yes, we can. Alright, cool. off to a good start. Grab some decorations. How's everybody's Christmas shopping going? Or have you started? Are you done? I know one of my sisters hasn't started yet. The other one I haven't asked, but she's usually finished by this point. I am slowly getting started. I have their biggest gifts came in. I got one, Build-A-Bear had a 25-inch Stitch plush. I don't remember if I've talked about this yet or not. If I have, I apologize. And the box is ginormous. The cats have been absolutely loving it. So that kind of came in the size box I was expecting. The other sister's 24-inch Pikachu, which of course, I mean, is a little bit smaller, it came crushed into a much smaller box than I was expecting. He kind of was rolled up into a little ball with all four of his paws like up in the air, and his ears were flat. And I was like, this is kind of sad. But I thought it was hilarious. I've sent pictures of each one being packed up to the sister they're not going to, and they've both gotten an absolute kick out of it. Which I suppose, you know, is what you want. Let's see. Whoops, not the frozen pillar. Go with orange, that'll work. Cannot push it back any further. Can I scoot it over? Yes, I can. And then back in this section is going to go, whoops. If I can, I may need to pull the tree forward. Let's see. There's a cat yelling outside of my door. No, you are not coming in here right now. It's the same cat who screwed up the filming process of the last video, which I apologize for the mess that was. That was horrific. Actually, I need to pull this out of here first. That was literally, I started filming, Eric wanted to move, so that's where we were starting off, and I was telling him no, and then I realized I didn't have everything I needed, so I was like, crap, we're gonna have to start again. And then we were about, only a couple of minutes in, and this cat walks right across my laptop, and I guess I didn't have the cursor pulled away from the record button, so, and I didn't even notice. As soon as he stepped on it, it quit recording. So, and by that point, you know, I had tried it 3 times. It was going up on 9:30 at night. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just done. So I obviously just put up what you guys saw, which wasn't my best ever for videos, but you know, it got the job done. Wasn't overly pleased with it, which is why my Instagram post went out so late. And plus, you know, tree farms are really hard to do Christmas decorations for. You can't really do a ton just because the trees take so much space. And of course I could have made the area bigger, but I just ended up with the space I had. That's just where everything went. That's how it worked. Hopefully the rest of these videos will be much better. There you are. Okay, so that's the decorating we have done, and it's been about 13 minutes, and we still have all of this left to do. Oh yeah, this build's a big one. It's a big one. But it's going much faster than last night when I had to, you know, keep customizing everything, which I am very glad I did that ahead of time. That would not have been fun to try and do at the exact same time. That's not going to fit there. I wonder if I should get another, or grab another ornament garland just to go into that spot while I'm thinking about it, because I don't have anything else that is going to take up 2 tiles other than another frozen sculpture, and I don't think I want them that close to each other. Whoops. This is going to be a lot of back and forth to my inventory. I don't even know if this is going to fit in that space because of the present and the festive tree. There it is. Well, that's fine, actually. I think what I will do, just so that looks a little bit less empty. Let's pull that forward some, because you can't really see a lot of the gaps in that corner simply because the pathway's not really gonna let you go over this way. I mean, you'll be able to see with your camera, but that's really about it. Illuminated tree right there. Give that a push. Okay, good. That fits. And we will do another pillar. Is that too close to the other blue one? No, I think it's fine. And that is going to get this. And then we will put another snowball right here. This one's going to be a little bit more off the path though, just because of this corner with the two arches right here. It's going to be a little bit hard to walk if stuff is covering the pathway. I'm going to need more illuminated snowflakes, I'll tell you. Yes, I am. It's funny, my brain feels so scatterbrained today, but I'm like, this really isn't a bad ADHD day, you know? I'm doing okay. I'm doing alright, you know? Slept in, we were up late last night. I was working on this. My husband was getting his Persona 5 Platinum, which he did end up getting. I don't know exactly what time he came to bed. We slept in. It was 11:30 when I first got up to go to the bathroom. I think about 11:45 once I finally rolled out of bed, once the my little void, my black one, finally decided he had had enough snuggling. What do I want to put in there? I wonder if a giant ornament would just kind of fill in the space. I mean, obviously it's going to fill in the space. I mean, this thing's ginormous. Okay, yeah, and you can't really even tell that there's a gap. I cannot give it a push, so I think right there is going to go, and once again, of course, I don't have another one. If this spot wasn't going to get so filled, I would just put my storage over, but this space is, this is going to lag. It lags so badly because there is so much stuff, but the finished product is just so pretty. And I sent myself some pictures, and I was like, oh, I can do this exactly how I did it last night. Now I'm actually liking how it's looking much better. And I'm obviously not taking the time to put codes underneath anything, just because there's no point. Ornament tree. There we go. And then I think right here we will just do one of the cube lights. I think I'm gonna leave that one empty for now. I don't think I want to put anything on top of it. And okay, I can still go this way, which means I'm gonna do a pillar and then a festive tree. So I'll give that a shove over, and then the festive tree can just go right where I'm standing. Frozen, okay. Oh, there it is. Right back at the start of my inventory. Okay. Right next to my ladder, because I was running around on the top cliffs last night, kind of getting a glance at that. Alright, so we've got the first part of this done. This is looking really cute. We're almost 20 minutes in, and we still have this and all of this to do. You guys might want to go get a snack and a drink or something. Maybe you'll take a nap. Alright, we're going to put a frozen sculpture right in here. Which color is this one? Blue? Nope, right next to the blue arch. That will drive me mad. Okay, green will work. And that just fills in that space nicely. So I think this is 1.5 by 1.5 squares. I don't quite remember. And then... oh, Roxy's online. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. Message her later and see how she's doing. She used to play Final Fantasy 14 with us, but kind of lost touch, which is, you know, unfortunate, but it happens. Alright, and then we're going to give this a shove over so it's off the path. Okay, it can be on the path a little bit because I don't want it completely in line with with the sculpture, because then it's going to cover it up. Whoops. Am I running out of pillars already? Really? I'm gonna have to make some more. Alright. Oh, that's... Oh, why am I so picky? Why am I so picky? Nobody is going to notice. Why do you do this to yourself? I think I've got another pillar. Nope. Alright, well, we're just gonna craft one quick. I won't need these yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab them because I'm just gonna make a clear ice one, I guess, is what the original coloring is. Like ice white or something. Let's see, where are you? There you are. Okay. All done. Let's go ahead and put this into its place. Please be the right one. Sweet. Okay, that's also kind of going to sit on the path a little bit. That's okay. We're going to put the cube light on top. And then, let's see, right in here, do we have another illuminated tree with us? No, we do not. So we're gonna go grab a bunch more decorations here. So what is everybody's plans for the rest of December? We are, oh god, I guess you could say almost roughly halfway-ish to Christmas. This month is just flying by, which is fine with me. I don't mind. The closer we get to my surgery, more or less, the more nervous I get. So it's like, can we just get to January and get it over with? But I get to talk to my manager about that because, of course, he knows when my surgery is and everything. But we have our yearly inventory, which I think almost every retail store does. You just either have a company come in or the workers themselves go through and actually count every single item in the store, which takes forever. It's not exactly the most fun experience ever. It's a lot better that we do it ourselves now than it was when we had another company doing it. The first year, a blizzard kept them from being able to pick everybody up. So we had about 15 or so people doing the inventory when we should have had probably around 30. I'll have to check the actual numbers because I don't remember how many we were actually supposed to have. I was part-time at that point, and I was finally allowed to leave at about 10:30 in the evening. And my coworkers, not all of them work there anymore, some of them still do. They were there until about 3 in the morning, trying to get that done. And then the year after, I don't really remember the year after. I was still in school at that point. Give this a shove here real quick, just so it's out of my way for a minute. The year after, I know it took quite a while, and then the year after that, it went okay. It went better than, obviously, the year before. Just time for a minute so I can shove this over. But we had one girl who was there helping out, and it was every 5 seconds it felt like she was screaming for help, please, to try and find prices. And the sad part is the prices were literally sitting right in front of her face. All she had to do was look. Oh, one of my poor coworkers got so annoyed. But finally, after that, because that was the year they had another store kind of like beta test doing it themselves, and it went so much better. So last year we did it ourselves. It still took 2 days because, I mean, counting everything in the store one thing at a time takes a while. But it went so much easier. It was so much nicer. But ours this year is the day before my surgery. So I have to ask my manager exactly what's going to happen there, because normally, you know, department heads need to be there. So I have to figure out when my leave is going to start, so whether I will be there or not. Which I'm kind of hoping, you know, I am. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, you know, I really wish I'm kind of not. Because obviously, you know, can't eat anything before surgery or anything like that. It's like I would just kind of like to be home. You know, kind of relaxing, preparing, making sure I don't psych myself out. I have a feeling I'll be just fine. I mean, I am nervous. I have never had, well, I guess if you count having a wisdom tooth dug out, I've had surgery before, but actually being put to sleep for surgery, I have never had done. So I'm hoping it will be, I don't know if it'll necessarily be a quick surgery. I'm hoping recovery will go okay, but it depends on how my body reacts. Like I said before, I'm thinking at least a month off of work because, well, they say 2 weeks initial recovery. For foreseeable future after that, depending on how your body reacts, you can't lift anything heavier than a milk jug. And some of the boxes we lift at work are upwards of, you know, 20, 25, sometimes pushing 30 or more pounds. It's like, that's not happening. Which I'm kind of bummed about. I actually enjoy truck day. I like being around the semis. I grew up around them. My dad drives truck, has driven for years. I don't think he will ever fully quit driving. I don't think he's got it in him to fully stop. He's got too much of the travel itch, which is his favorite part. Dealing with other drivers and everything is not his favorite part. There are unfortunately quite a few idiots out on the road that they don't pay attention to where they're driving, they just drive. He likes to text us, you know, randomly, and he'll be like, you know, 114 miles per hour, and that's how fast somebody drove past him. Or he'll say 90 miles an hour, which isn't too bad. But you'll get some that are just absolutely flying down the road, and that's like in Chicago. He'll see that. It's like, that's stupid. That is dumb. I guess if it's at night, you know, it's no big deal because there's nobody out on the road, but still, it's like, that's stupid. That's a great way to get yourself killed. I'm gonna have to pull down this fencing to be able to put something here. But he loves it. He just goes, he drives, he takes a cat with him. He's got, he calls her little one, but her name is Shadow. So she goes with him. She's not the first cat he's taken. He called her Goober. She was a stray calico cat who, when my mom and I were at band camp, my senior year, it was my last year, she just sat down walked up to my sister, rolled over onto her feet, and said, you know, basically, hi, I'm home. So we get that phone call, and my mom comes and finds me during sectionals, you know, so we were all broken off into our ornament sections. So I play flute and piccolo, so we were off practicing with that. I got something on the back around here. I have to think about that. And you just hear me go, oh, we got a new cat! And my mom's like, oh no. They were gonna take her to the pound, or not to the pound, to the no-kill shelter, one of the no-kill shelters around here. But, they kept her for the night, just because of how, I guess, late it was when she decided to make her presence known. And my dad, you know, sat on my sister's bed and was like, this is my cat. I am keeping her. So, she went in the truck with him. They were only out on the road for a few days. And of course we got vet appointment, everything. Come to find out, this poor little kitten, who she had to have been a year old at this point, is pregnant. She was not very old. She wasn't very big. I was like, oh, well, okay, so now we have that to figure out. She ended up having 3 kittens, and we kept one of them. We kept Snickers, who was a male calico. Looked exactly like the inside of a Snickers bar. We ended up giving the other two away, which one of them I was very upset about. I really wanted to keep her. She was my favorite. I called her Blue Eyes. She was black and white and had just the bluest eyes of any kitten I had seen. But unfortunately that didn't happen, and the biggest bummer was they went to their new homes while I was doing something with band, so I didn't even get to say goodbye, which sucked. My sister was the one who goes, "Hey, by the way, the kittens are gone," and my mom flipped her lid. She's like, "Really? You're gonna tell her that?" You know, my mom was gonna be the one to tell me. But they went to be barn cats, and it's been a while. That was a long time ago, so I'm sure, unfortunately, they have passed away now. But I know they went on to live very happy and fat lives living off mice in a nice warm barn. And Callie, unfortunately, passed away a while ago. Dad had to put her to sleep while he was out on the road. That sucked. And that's how he ended up with the little one. And then little one actually had a twin who had feline leukemia, which unfortunately for kittens is not very treatable. It can cause a lot of issues. And actually, you know, through playing and scratching of each other, she could have given it to Shadow. So unfortunately, Mystic had to be put down. It was the most humane thing. It was better for her. And as you can tell, kind of my entire life has just been, we've had cats. You know, I have 3 now. My one sister has 5. The other sister has 3 dogs and 2 cats. She had some bunnies for a while too. She had a freaking zoo, which kind of runs in the family. Whoops. I thought that said frozen tree. That was much smaller than I was expecting. There you are. Alright, we are finally coming to the last part of this. I think this has to be one of my favorite builds I've done on Hallowmas so far. That's gonna be a little annoying, but you can still shoot me through, so I think that's okay. Let's see. Still got a couple giant ornaments. Oh, I've got one more frozen tree I can use. Let's see what color you are. Pink. Perfect. Oh, that's gonna go on the path. Not like it matters, but okay. Actually, we're gonna give it a shove all the way up against that. Which way I think it's fine. And you can still get through. Okay, cool. And right here, pop down an illuminated present. Turn that so the bow's going the right way at least. It's also a little bit on the pathway, but I don't think it's going to hinder anything. Nope, it's not. It's not. So we have just this section to go, and I of course have couple giant ornaments pulled out. I've still got festive tree, a pillar, 1 frozen sculpture, glowing moss stool, and a couple ornament table lamps. So we still got some things to use. I think no, that was the festive tree. Put down one of the giant ornaments just to fill in some of this space back here. It's funny that it's only a 2x2 square item and it's so big. Okay, we're gonna go grab a few more smaller things. Some ornament garlands, illuminated snowflakes, ornament trees, you know, all the things, all the things. I'm not sure if I'm going to attach this to anybody's house yet. I have not quite decided. That's gonna need to be customized. Okay, that's fine. I did get the customization kits out, and that's partly why. Nothing against the rainbow illuminated tree, I ended up customizing the one in front of Sasha's because I was like, this just doesn't really match this side of the island. I like the rainbow ones. I would love to, you know, attempt kidcore or something one of these days, but I just always seem to gravitate back towards the same themes, so I'm planning my next islands and I'm going to try and venture out into something a little bit different. We're gonna try. I've done like all pink island, or a pink island before. I did my pastel Halloween. But I think I want to attempt an all pink, literally all pink Valentine's Island. Well, I say pink, and with it being Valentine's, there's probably going to be some red and white in there, because, I mean, all pink would get a little bit boring. At least for me, it would get boring. Pillar. I guess I didn't need to pop that down that far back, so I'm just going to shove it all the way over here. Table lamp up top. And then we're going to have to stand this way to do the snowflakes. That way they go in facing the right direction. Kind of like the storefronts. You've got to face yourself backwards to get them to face forwards. That's quite... That's kind of an annoying gap in there. I'm going to pop in a festive tree just to fill that in. I think I got one. Yeah, I got a couple. Alright, that'll work. There's still a slight gap there, but I'm not going to worry about that because nobody's going to see it. At least I hope nobody's going to see it. Actually, I think I want to give this a shove over so that way I can get... Oh, please tell me I have another... Nope, that's the last frozen sculpture I have. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a bummer since it's right next to the yellow archway, but we'll actually put it here. Because that will drive me crazy. It's the dumbest thing ever. It does not need to drive me crazy, but it will. And it's right across from the yellow tree, but I think that is actually far enough away. They're not right smack dab next to each other. Whoops. I call shenanigans. There's plenty of room to put something there. Thank you. It's not going to go any further. So we are going to have a slight annoying gap there, but I think I am okay with that. And then in here... Now this is where we start to run out of stuff. Run out of room. Whoops. Okay. Oh, no, I did want that there. Why did I pick that back up? Come on. Okay. A little shove that way, just so that fills in the gap. And that sculpture is going to be a little bit more closer to the yellow arch than I would like, but they're not going to be right next to each other. So, suck it up, Chris. Let's see, ornament tree. There you are. Alright, and we are almost done. Just a couple of more things. This was a much longer and bigger build, even without having to customize practically everything, which I'm very glad I did the majority of that last night. We would still be towards the beginning of the video, and we are almost 40 minutes in. That is too long, in my opinion. I don't know why the ornament garland was the only thing I grabbed. I'll go ahead and put that there. And then I think just right here to finish us off, we'll do Illuminated present, which I can push over. Okay, I'm gonna have to wiggle here for a minute. All right, and with that in place, we are finally done. So as you can see, we are of course right next to Sasha's bakery. I borrowed the ornament garland from outside of his house last night, so I need to replace that. But I just love this so much. It's so bright and colorful. You can see we're lagging a little bit. We're not lagging horribly at this point. But, alright. Yeah, I really like this. I love the bright colors. I love the rainbow. I normally put stuff in rainbow order, and I'm kind of glad I didn't do that with this. I think it's a lot more fun. I'm going to leave you guys off with this. We will see you tomorrow for day 11. I actually don't have to pre-record that video. My boss changed my schedule because he had to move some people around. So I actually work 9 to 5 tomorrow instead of noon to close, which I'm really excited about. I haven't opened on a Monday in a very long time. That means I'll be able to actually record a video with no issue. So we're going to be back over on Snowflake, hopefully with a much better video than the tree farm went. I'm still figuring out what we're going to do over there, but we desperately need to do some villager houses. But I will leave you guys with that. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys!